Haribo everybody in the pranams. Living entities have material ideas about Guru and Vaishnavas and many doubts. It is very rare to find someone who has faith. Therefore, if God gives His mercy to someone, then that person will develop faith in Sadhu Sangha, and that faith will give them the spiritual benefit and fruit. That faith will give them peace and full satisfaction of the soul. It will not give them anything short, and ultimately it will take them to God Himself. That Sadhu Sangha has the responsibility to take one to God. Therefore God sends His devotees and is free of any anxiety. He knows the devotees, my associates, will go and preach in the different worlds and universes. God sends His own associates. Krishna comes many times to this world, but His associates will not want Him to come all the time and have to be amidst so many jivas in Raja and Tamagun, in the mode of passion, ignorance, always fighting and disturbing. So the associates of Krishna come to this world. Therefore, what does God do? He sends His associates. When He does that, then they make relation with so many people and connect so many people. There is no need for them to write down like a notice or a register of how many disciples they have. They do not need any ledger. So they have their appearance and disappearance. The appearance is the great mercy of God. It is Him giving His great blessings to the world. And when we follow that, while follow their associates, then we become very happy. The soul blossoms into a beautiful tree with fruits of love. The Lord knows everything, but who is there to call them us their own? Until we have someone who is having a possessive mood towards us, then the Lord will not accept us. We need someone that will say, they are mine. Why? Nitai says, oh, when I see you with a tear chanting Gauranga, then I accept you as mine. So in the same way, the associates of Krishna come and they look to see who makes relation and develops possessive familial mood towards them, like family. So in this way, it is very important for us to develop relationship with the associates of the Lord in the spiritual world. They mercifully come to this world and they connect us and give us acquaintance of the spiritual world through their Shabda Brahma, transcendental sound. You can see how many people Srila Gurudeva changed. In this world, everyone is eager for Lakshmi, or wealth and beauty and fortune, but they do not want Narayan or God. Then when they meet sadhus, then the sadhus will say, oh, you want Lakshmi? Then worship Tulasi, follow Ekadashi, honor Krishna, Narayan, worship Narayan. Then Lakshmi will automatically come and shower you with fortune. So if there is no one to teach you the proper path, then ordinary conditioned souls do not know what to do or not to do. When the Guru Varga come to this world, then what do? First, they help us come above the covering of Maya in this world, like bringing you above the clouds of Maya in this world. And then they show you your spiritual relatives, they acquaint you with the spiritual world. When we receive this good fortune, then we should consider that we have received the mercy of God. Otherwise, no one even has the ability to receive the mercy of the Lord. The mercy of the Lord is always present, like rays of the sun. But to receive that, we need the association of His dear beloved devotees. When Gurudeva first came to the Mat in Navadvip, Trivikram Maharaj was there, my Guru Maharaj was there, and many disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada were there. Srila Gurudev would see many people were indifferent. He asked, the devotees of God should not be indifferent or sad or lamenting, and they should not have any shortage of anything. God will give everything. What to speak of His wealth, His treasure? He opens His own heart and gives everything to His devotees. But those who know the process to take from the storehouse of love of the Guru Varga, then they can get that. Otherwise, even though the treasury is open, we do not know how to take the wealth from it. So we have to take shelter of someone who can show us how to enter that transcendental treasure house of the associates of Krishna. Otherwise, we may be near the Guru Varga, but still suffering, full of lamentation and distress. Gurudev asked Param Gurudev, then, seeing you, I cannot understand. Prabhupada, Param Gurudev said, I desire to fulfill the heart's wish of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. Prabhupada had faith in Vinod, Param Gurudev, that he would fulfill his desire. But Vinod at first, he was like alone, but then he only had Sajjan with him. Then he met Radhanath, Trivakram Maharaj, and then when he met Srila Gurudev and Gurudev came, Param Gurudev was so happy. And Gurudev said, oh, Hanuman is ready to do everything, but he's only waiting for indication from Ram. Gurudev was always a Ram Bhakta from childhood. He would read the Ramayana, and his family was initiated into the Ramanuja Sampradaya, and they were all Tiwari Brahmins in the Ramanuja Sampradaya. So, Gurudev, he said, I know one thing. The servants of Guru, when they endeavor to serve, then Hanuman will give them all blessings and strength. Hanuman gives all mercy. And when one receives the mercy of Ram, but does not have the mercy of Hanuman, then it is very difficult. If Ram wants, he can take his bow. There's a story where Ram said, I will kill this person. But he went and took shelter of Hanuman, and Hanuman vowed to protect him, not knowing that someone who was coming to kill him. The person said, someone wants to kill me, protect me. So Hanuman said, stay in the house, and he stood at the door protecting him. Then Ram came to the door and said, oh, where's that person? Have you seen him? He said, he is inside. I need to go and kill him. Hanuman said, I will not let you go inside. Hanuman said, first you have to shoot me and kill me, then you can kill this other person. Then Ram began to smile and laugh. And he said, oh, if someone has taken shelter of Hanuman, and even if Ram wants to kill that person, it is not possible. They are protected by Hanuman. Instead of harming that person, Ram will engage all the demigods in serving that person. So Gurudev said, if you give me the instruction, then I will do everything for you. I do not know otherwise when to serve. The sevak may do so much sadhana to understand Guru's heart, but without Guru's mercy, the heart cannot be understood. Sadhus do not need anything. They do not need wealth, cloth, food, or anything to drink, anywhere to stay. The whole world is their home, and all living entities are their family. Everyone is theirs, so they do not need anything. They are self-satisfied. So why would they be indifferent or disturbed? The Lord says, I am always maintaining the devotees. Paritranaya sadhanam. If there is any difficulty for the devotee, I am always protecting them. There is no lacking of anything for the devotees. But the devotees want to serve the Lord with love. And if they see there is some lacking in service, they feel sadness. So the Lord will therefore come to fulfill their desire. The sevak has the dharma to serve. When he understands the heart of Guru, then he can fulfill that heart's desire. When you give us that understanding, Gurudev, then we can understand how to serve you, and we can fulfill your desire. Otherwise, without your mercy, it is not possible. Param Gurudev said, Prabhupada desired that we see Mahaprabhu desired for his Gauravani to spread everywhere, and then Bhaktivinoda Thakur came, and by his prayers Bhaktisiddhanta came, Srila Prabhupada came. But Mahaprabhu desired that all over the world the glories of Radharani would be spread. This was Mahaprabhu's desire, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also desired to fulfill this. And Param Gurudev and Bhaktisiddhanta Srila Prabhupada all wanted this to be fulfilled. They wanted that the glories of Srimati Radhika and the holy names of Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna would be spread all over the world. We see Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta sent many personalities to the West, but there was not so much success. When Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada went, then he was very successful. And at that time, it was in the 40s, 1947. So Prabhupada had not gone yet to the West. Param Gurudev was present with many young brahmacharis at that time. There was Sajjan Sevak and Radhanath Brahmachari and some other brahmacharis. So then, around that time, Param Gurudev opened the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. And also, Abhaycharan Swami Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada became a member, and Sajjan Sevak was a member, Param Gurudev was a member, and one other person was a member. In this way, they started the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. And Param Gurudev said, now I want you all to maintain and develop this society and spread the glories of Radha Krishna everywhere. Abhaycharan Bhaktivedanta had been given this title, Bhaktivedanta, because he was very scholarly and learned in Vedanta and Bhakti. So he had received this title even before his sannyas. Abhaycharan Bhaktivedanta. Param Gurudev said, who will take this responsibility? He asked different people to take this responsibility to travel throughout the world and spread the glories of Radha and Krishna. Many people said, we do not have that ability. Why? For example, when Ram wanted to cross the ocean and to make the bridge, not everyone had the power. Nal and Neel, they knew how to do this, and everyone else helped, but Nal and Nila were the main Banaras who took this responsibility and this charge. When Hanuman would throw the boulders or the trees and Nal and Neel, then everything would work nicely. Ram once tried to take a stone and throw it in the ocean, and he saw that immediately it sunk. That Nal and Neel were designing the bridge and were binding all the rocks and trees together. They were writing Ram's name on the trees and rocks and throwing him in the ocean, and everything was floating, and then they would bind them together into a bridge. Then when Ram tried to help and threw some rocks into the ocean and saw them sink immediately, then Hanuman was nearby and he began to laugh. Smiling, he giggled. And then Ram looked at him and said, why are you laughing at me? He said, oh Lord, that we are writing your names on these rocks and trees, and then everyone is becoming connected to you, therefore they float. But if you yourself throw someone away from you, then how can they survive? Certainly they will drown. Whoever we take, we are putting at your lotus feet. But if you take someone and throw them aside, then they will all drown in material existence. Therefore, whoever comes to you, you should accept them. You should not reject anyone. Param Gurudev, therefore, he inspired Srila Gurudev, and he also requested. We see he encouraged Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada also to preach in the West, to fulfill the request of his Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Therefore we see Param Gurudev knew, and he said, yes, we see this Abhay Bhavu Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he will fulfill the desire of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. He will preach all over the world and distribute the glories of Sri Radha Krishna and the message of Mahaprabhu. Then Param Gurudev told Sajjan Sevak to take sannyas. He said, you are senior. Some years later he desired to give Sajjan Sevak sannyas But Sajjan Sevak said, I am not qualified. I do not want to sit on the same level as the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta, the sannyas disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta. I am very fallen. Then he told Radhanath and said, take sannyas. Radhanath said, I am not qualified. My mind becomes so hot. Then there's no guarantee when I will beat or kill someone. Therefore, it is not so easy to be a sannyasi. I will not be a sannyasi. Then he told Gurudev Gaur-Narayan, I desire that you take sannyas and preach all over the world. Without being a sannyasi, it is not easy and not possible to preach widely. Gurudev told him, I have come to your lotus feet. From the time I came to you, I forgot the love of my mother and father, my brothers, sisters, everyone. And I have surrendered completely to you. You can give me anything you like. You can give me sannyas or black cloth or make me naked. You can tell me to wander naked everywhere. I will do anything you want. Param Gurudev was very happy. Then he said, oh, Gaur-Narayan is junior to you, he said to Sajjan Sevak and Radhanath. Then if he takes sannyas, you will have to bow to him and follow his instructions, even though he is junior to you. Then he called Sajjan and Radhanath. He said, Sajjan, Prabhupada gave you Harinam, and you stayed with Prabhupada. Now, if Gaur-Narayan takes sannyas, you will have to wash his feet and drink the Charanamrita and pray to him and offer his respect to him and offer vandana or prayers to him. Will you do that? So, why don't you take sannyas? This way, he teased Radhanath and Sajjan, and they all finally agreed to take sannyas, and he gave them all sannyas. They took sannyas, but still, Param Gurudev wanted them to preach all over. When Gurudev came to Mathura, then also Abhay Babu, Bhaktivedanta, he left his home sometime later, and he stayed at Vishram Ghat in Mathura, and Gurudev and Param Gurudev, they brought him to Keshavji Gaudiya Math and gave him sannyas and say, we will not let you stay. You must go and preach everywhere. You must fulfill the desire of Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. He gave you this instruction. So they gave him sannyas. And then what did Param Gurudev tell him? Now it is your responsibility. You must take up that responsibility, that burden of service to preach all over the world. You have taken this sannyas. Now you cannot stay in one place. You must preach everywhere. This is the desire of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, our Gurudev, and he has given you this instruction. At that time, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj began to preach. Swami Maharaj called Srila Gurudev many times to preach with him, but Gurudev was very busy in his service in India. Then, 20 years after Srila Prabhupada left, Srila Prabhupada went to the West in 1965 and preached till 1977. And then he had called Gurudev to come to the West so many times, but Gurudev did not go. He could not go at that time. But before Prabhupada's Antardhyan or disappearance pastimes, he called Gurudev to his side. Many others were preaching at that time. Srila Govinda Maharaj was preaching, and many others were preaching. But Prabhupada also wanted Gurudev to help his society and to help all the devotees. Some people are there who will always look at faults of others. Everyone has faults. Who is free of faults? Therefore, Prabhupada wanted that there would be someone very magnanimous and kind who would not show contempt towards anyone, but who would accept everyone. And if someone has any shortcomings, then he would accept them and show them more affection. People do not change easily by chastisement, but if you help them and make them understand their shortcomings with love and affection, then they can change. Therefore, Prabhupada, he wanted Srila Gurudev to go and help his disciples. Therefore we see Gurudev would go all over the world, and if any disciples of Prabhupada had given up their chanting, their Harinam, their Gayatri, then he would bring them back to Prabhupada and connect them again to spiritual life and to the service of Radha Krishna. Some people would ask Gurudev, why don't you make more temples in the West? Gurudev said, Srila Prabhupada already made so many temples all over the world. They are all wonderful holy places of Sri Krishna. So I want to nourish and support the devotees there. And also I want to make temples in the hearts of the devotees. Otherwise, if there is not a temple in the heart, then there is no chance of maintaining a temple externally. Therefore, you should all make temples in your hearts, and I have come to do that. Otherwise, there are so many empty buildings and empty temples. You can look. People will come to a temple and then leave. Then who develops Braja Bhakti? Therefore, you have to... Gurudev said, I want to establish the temple of Braj in your heart and establish Braja Bhakti in all your hearts. Swami Prabhupada said, if anyone comes to my temples, then you all should always have some prasadam ready. And if anyone comes, like he said, you should have flour kneaded and ready to make some puri or roti, or should have some halava or sabji or kachori or khichdi ready, and you should, whoever comes, you should give them prasad and connect them to the temple with love and affection. This mamata or possessive mood, like they are mine and I am theirs, then this gives us the adhikar or qualification for prem, love. Gurudev would glorify Swami Prabhupada so much and said, look how he has preached all over the world. He was so magnanimous. Other people, they look at people and see, oh, they have this fault, then kick them out. Oh, they have this fault, kick them out. Then for so many lifetimes we have been drowning and suffering in Maya. And mercifully we have been brought to association of Krishna, association of Krishna's devotees in the Dham or in Sadhu Sangha. We should not look at people's faults. Instead we should help them and help them develop with love and affection. Then they can change. So Gurudev was like this. He was so magnanimous. Without affection, you cannot bind anyone. You cannot bring anyone to God. There are so many jails in this world, and there are the hellish planets, but how many people have changed by this? Who will change us if there is no love and affection? In the bondage of Maya, why do people live there? They have material love and affection. If we do not receive spiritual love and affection, we can never give up material love and affection and the bondage of Maya and material love. Therefore Gurudev would go and he said, Gurudev said, I'm going to the west and I'm taking the love of Braj and the nectar of Braj, and I will accept everyone, whoever they may be, however many faults they may have. I will accept everyone without consideration and without looking down on them. We see therefore, many people told Gurudev, make temples, make more temples in the west, but Gurudev said no. Prabhupada has made 108 ashrams and temples. Now they should have devotees in those temples. They should have sevaks of Radha Madhav. And I want to go and help people become qualified and understand what Srila Prabhupada Swami Maharaj has given and serve his mission. When Gurudev came to Mathura, many people asked Gurudev, I want to repair Keshaji Gauriya Math and I also want to make another temple in Mathura. Gurudev said, no. I will bring lakhs of people here and I will also go and preach everywhere, and I will make each of these disciples like pillars of my mission, and then they themselves will go and connect so many other people. They will make so many temples. What would Gurudev do in Braj? He would go on parikrama of all the places in Vrindavan, Chorasi Kos of Vrindavan, Braj Mandal. When he would meet the different pandas and pujaris in the different places, they would all come to Gurudev and follow him. Many became his disciples. Why? Without love and affection, no one will change, no one will become a disciple. But Gurudev would have so much love and affection for the Brajbasis that so many people, their hearts melted and it came to Gurudev. Wherever Gurudev went in Braj, he had so much love and affection, everyone lost their hearts to him. Therefore we see Gurudev was given the title of Brajacharya and Yudhikacharya by all the council elders of Braj Mandal and also the World Religious Parliament from Delhi. So without love and affection, how can anyone change? I saw Srila Gurudev would go for more than 40 years that I saw, and we know that Gurudev, since he came to Mathura, met with Param Gurudev, for almost 60 years he was going every year on Braj Mandal Parikrama and meeting with all the Brajbasis during the year as well. Gurudev would never think, who is this person's, whose disciple is he, whose disciple is she. Whoever would come to him, he would just give his love and affection and his kindness and mercy. Why should we divide people into different groups? Everyone is in the family of God. If we show contempt towards anyone and try to divide them into different groups, then this is disrespect for God. It is very easy to divide people, but to connect them and bring them together into the service of the Lord, that is the work of a very broad-minded, magnanimous, loving person. They should understand, we should know that Everyone in this world is in the family of God. Therefore scripture says, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Vasudeva means the Lord, and Kutumbakam means the family. The whole world is therefore in the family of God, but they have left him and gone far away. Therefore, it is the duty of the Guru Varga, their service, to bring everyone back, to bring them together, and to create harmony. Gurudeva would therefore tell his devotees, I do not want anything from you, but you should bring more people to Braj. You should bring more people to the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna and inspire love and devotion for Radha Krishna in their hearts. Therefore we see, Gurudev brought so many people, and his devotees brought so many people. If we look at people's faults, then there are so many malechas, javanas. We have so many demonic qualities, there are so many demons. And they're also ready on all sides to destroy and disturb everyone. But if we remember the Guru Varga, their mercy will automatically come to us, and then we will have nothing to worry about. Therefore we should learn to respect the Vaishnavas. When we wake, therefore, we pray, Vrindavana Vasi Jatta Vaishnaviragan. We do not say, this person is from the Gaudiya Math, this person is from the Babaji line, this is from ISKCON, this person is from another institution. When we pray Vrindavana Basi Jatta, we not say, oh, I offer pranam to those in ISKCON but not to those in the Gaudiya Math, or to those in the Gaudiya Math and not to those in ISKCON. We say, no, I offer pranam to all the Vaishnavas living in Vrindavan. I offer pranam to all the Vaishnavas living in Navadvip, to all the devotees of Mahaprabhu living in Puri, and to all the Vaishnavas living anywhere in the world, to the Vaishnavas past, present, and Vaishnava, past, present, and future. Gurudev said, you should understand all souls are Vaishnavas by nature. They are all the servants of God. Therefore you should have honor and respect for everyone. And when you have that open-hearted mood, then God will be pleased with you and the Guru Varga will be pleased with you. When I was a young boy, I went and met and saw Param Gurudev also. And I saw Prabhupada in Mayapur. And I saw how open-hearted and loving they were. I saw how Prabhupada was distributing sweets, and also how Param Gurudev was distributing many sweets. In Mayapur, when I met Srila Prabhupada, I saw they were giving so many nice things. And also I came to the Gaudiya Math and saw how merciful they were and how much they were kind to everyone. When I met with Gurudev Maharaj, he said, oh, if you serve sadhus and accept something from them, you will not need to do any sadhana. You do not have to worry about mala, chanting or anything. Just serve. Serve them, give them prasadam, wash their feet, drink the charanamrita, wash their clothes. Then you will get the fruit of all sadhana and austerities. I would go to school every day, and after school I would come to Devananda Gaudiya Math. And they would tell me, serve the Vaishnavas here, go, wash their feet, wash their clothes, give them prasadam. Then you will understand the glory of Vaishnavas and will develop relation with them. Otherwise it is not possible. This is a soul relation, not a body relation or material relation. God and His associates are not material, and to see them is your greatest fortune. If you see the Vaishnavas, then it is the same as seeing God. Therefore, Gurudev said, in Kali Yuga, you cannot do anything else. What would Swami Prabhupada do? Wherever he went, and at open temples, he would make so much prasadam. He himself would cook and show everyone how to make many nice preparations and distribute prasadam to everyone. When I saw Prabhupada, when he came back from the West, then I saw in his temples he would cook so many nice things, not just khichdi, nice pulao. And when Ramdas Sastri, Bhagavan Sastri and other Goshais came from other temples in Vrindavan like Radharaman, then they would respect Prabhupada so much and give him so much dakshina. Haridas Sastri was very young at that time, or junior. Ramdas Sastri and many others would come and meet with Swami Prabhupada, and he would respect them so much. In this way, he connected so many people. Therefore, you should pray to the Guru Varga, O brothers, without any shame, without any fear. You should not show any contempt towards anyone. The jivas are all the property or the family of God. You should show them compassion, give them prasad, and with respect and kindness bring them further closer to the Lord. Without love and affection, it is not possible. All living entities are Prabhus. There is no caste and creed for the soul. There is no different group, material group for the soul. Everyone is in the same group, or in the group of the devotees or Vaishnavas of Krishna, servants of Krishna. Therefore, we should not think this person is fallen, this person is great. We should serve everyone. We see Mahaprabhu was so humble. He went into the assembly of the sannyasis of Mayavadis, and he sat where the shoes were being washed. And Prakashananda Saraswati, he came and lifted up Mahaprabhu and said, please sit with us. Why? Because they saw he was so effulgent and they thought he is God himself, Narayan himself. But Mahaprabhu was so humble that he took such a lowly position of sitting where the shoes were being washed and their feet were being washed. Then also Prakashananda Saraswati, Mahaprabhu did not show contempt towards him. Prakashananda said to him, oh, you are very nice, beautiful sannyasi, but why are you dancing and singing in the street? This is not the proper behavior of a sannyasi. But Mahaprabhu said, I do not know anything. My Gurudev told me I am foolish. I do not have qualification for studying Shastra or knowing many things. He just gave me this mantra and I am chanting this mantra and I have become mad chanting this mantra. Then Mahaprabhu began Kirtan, and throughout all of Varanasi, everyone began chanting Harinam. We should not think that Mahaprabhu himself only gives instruction to chant, but himself does not chant. Mahaprabhu does not just say do Harinam Sankirtan. He himself will chant first of all. And everywhere he goes, he will sing and chant and dance. Why? If we forget Harinam, all our activities will become karma. Therefore, Mahaprabhu said distribute. But what should you distribute? Distribute Harinam. Wherever you go, whoever you meet, say Hare Krishna. Say Hari Bol. Therefore, Mahaprabhu would not let anyone forget Harinam. Guru before would not give Diksha. They would not give Diksha. First they give Harinam. Gurus do not give Diksha first. They give Harinam. That is the order of Mahaprabhu. This Harinam is everything. If someone has taken the wealth of Harinam and always remember Harinam, then there's nothing left to attain. Everything is achieved by Harinam. We see Swami Prabhupada engaged everyone in chanting Harinam. Many in India, when he was preaching, many young children would come to him. More even Muslims would come than Hindus, but Gurudev would give so much kindness to everyone. And he would give them gifts and engage them all in Sankirtan. Srila Gurudev, on Janmashtami or Radhastami, so many children would come from so many places. And Gurudev would tell them, today is Radhastami, today is Janmashtami. Today, I am giving you a gift from Radharani. And he would tell them, okay, but the condition is that you have to sing and dance in front of Radharani. I will give you so many gifts. So they would all come and dance and sing in front of Radha Bihari, and then Gurudev would give them so many gifts, so many sweets and candies. We see Gurudev changed Mathura completely. Before, no one would chant Radhe Radhe in Mathura, and there was no one even to chant Radhe's names, even to Krishna. Therefore, Param Gurudev opened the temple in Mathura and told Gurudev, you stay here, you need to bring Radharani here. Without Radharani's mercy, Mathura is very dry. This is only Kamsa's town and place. Everyone is dry here and had suffered so much from Kamsa. Therefore, bring Radharani here and engage everyone in chanting the glories of Radharani. Therefore, Gurudev started Radhastami, and from all the different villages of Mathura, people would bring so many gifts for Radharani. In different groups, they would come doing kirtan of Radharani's glories and bringing gifts. Why Krishna was taken from Braj by Akrura and stayed in Mathura for so long away from the Brajbasis, and Krishna suffered there in separation from them so much. Therefore, Param Gurudev thought, I will bring Radharani and the gopis and manjaris to Mathura. Then also Gurudev in Mathura, he also started Nandotsav, and there everyone would sing, even on Janmashtami, Nanda ke Ananda Bhayo Jai Kanaya Lal ki. They would not say in Mathura Krishna is Dwarkadish or the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. No, he is the son of Nanda and Jashoda. In this way, Gurudev did such huge Janmashtami celebrations in Mathura. Thousands and thousands of people would come, and everyone would sing Radhe Radhe. Before, we could not see that in Mathura. It was a small mutt, And people would come from all directions, and the mat would be filled with so many 10,000, over 10,000, 15,000 people would come, and they would come in lines through the mat. Therefore, when Gurudeva was saying, I will go to preach in the West, people said to him from Mathura and Braj, please do not leave Braj. But Gurudeva said, no, I'm not going outside of Braj. I'm taking Braj with me and spreading Braj everywhere. And I will bring everyone to Braj. Therefore, I'm not making so many temples in the West. I do not want them to stay there. I will bring everyone back to Braj. I will not make anything separate from Braj. Therefore, wherever Gurudev went in the West, he gave everyone the Seva Kunja painting, the photo painted by Shamanani Didi, and he said, oh, this is Braj. And also not only Braj, but Seva Kunj in Braj. Why? Krishna is serving Radharani, and you should also serve Radharani. Sing Radhe Radhe and serve Radharani, then Krishna himself will run and come to you. You do not have to worship Krishna separately from Radharani. Therefore, we see Gurudev established Radharani's lotus feet all over the world. Without her Hladini Shakti, then no one can give Seva Britti or tendency to serve. You may tell them thousands of times to serve, but without Radharani's mercy coming upon a person, that person will not be engaged in service. But if Radharani has given her mercy to someone, then that person will serve everyone and will certainly become the object of Krishna's mercy completely. Therefore, Gurudev preached all over the world, and everywhere he engaged everyone in chanting Radhe Radhe. Gurudev had a very sweet voice. When Swami Prabhupada disappeared in the evening time, Gurudev was there. He came and he was singing so beautifully. For many hours Gurudev was singing. Also Krishnadas Babaji was there, and Sheshai Prabhu was there, Indumati Prabhu was there, and many disciples of Srila Prabhupada. We did kirtan all night, and in the morning we took Srila Prabhupada on darshan of all the temples in Braj, and everyone respected him, gave him garlands, and bowed before him. Gurudev sang at that time in such a sweet voice. We can never forget it. Therefore, I'm always thinking of the mercy of the Guru Varga. Gurudev fulfilled the final desire of Srila Prabhupada. He went everywhere and offered everyone to Radharani's lotus feet. And everywhere he established everyone in the service of Radha Sham Sundar, Lalita, Vishakha. Why? Radharani also is not happy alone. She wants her associates with her Sakhis with her Manjalis with her. Therefore, today is the disappearance of Srila Gurudev. Tonight we will hear further. Now we will have Arti. So many people have come. Everyone should be honored and respected and given prasad and served nicely. Everyone should be fully satisfied. And try to never forget Srila Gurudev. If you remember Gurudev, it is the same as remembering Braj. And if you remember Braj, automatically you will remember Radharani and Seva Kunj. Therefore, we will hear tonight more Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bo.